Party is pleased to support this bill at first reading. We look forward to engaging further in the debate.
Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Building Amendment Bill number 4 represents a fundamental shift in the building industry in New Zealand, and it makes you reflect that building a home, or any kind of building, but particularly a home for anyone, is a big undertaking. It might be one's most significant asset that you ever have, or a person ever has in their lives, and it's the place where you have your family and your kids grow up, maybe, or you retire to, whatever. But it is a big deal, and it would be good to know that that building has been constructed right the first time, and that if there are going to be any issues with the construction of that building, then the consumer has recourse back to the builder who constructed that home. It's interesting, isn't it, that watching the television advertisements, and there are a number of ads on at the moment for home builders, and what they're doing in their advertisements is they are signalling that they understand the content of this bill, in that they are now beginning to offer guarantees, and they are saying we will build on time at the price we quoted, and the language has subtly shifted, and I think what that shows is that the building industry is picking up what's coming through the Parliament here, and I dare say welcoming it. What this bill does is that it will have the happy consequence for the homeowner and the home builder of reducing compliance costs. It'll also reduce complexity for the home owner and the home builder, and also delays in the process by reducing reliance on the building consent authorities from the local authority, and putting the responsibility onto the builder and onto the building firm. So what will happen is that the person building your home will become much more accountable to the homeowner, because they'll have to disclose certain things to you when you're contemplating building a house. There'll be information they have to tell the person building the house about their company, who it is that's working for them, who's going to be working on the construction site, and a bit about their track record. So consumers are also going to get a written contract from their building company, which says, as I've just outlined, which is being picked up by the building industry already, there will be a written contract for most residential building work. There will be specific methods for enforcing warranties, and so consumers will know that if something does go wrong, they will have recourse. In fact, building contractors will be expected to fix any defects in their work that are reported within 12 months of the completion of the construction. So within 12 months, you've lived in your home for a year, you've gone through the seasons, and if something is defective and you make a notification of it, then you can expect to get a remedy out of that. Of course, there will be penalties for failing to comply with building consent requirements, and those penalties are doubling. They're going from $100,000 to $200,000. So we've got a busy time ahead of us in places like Auckland, but also in Christchurch in the construction industry. And within the next few years, particularly in Christchurch, there's going to be a huge number of new builds going on. And so rather than loading up the local authority with all those compliance requirements, this is enabling the building industry itself to take charge, if you like, of the situation and provide a good service to the people that they are building new homes for. And, you know, it's like I said at the beginning of my contribution, building a home is a big deal. It can be your biggest asset that many people have in their lives, and you want it done right. And if it's not done right, then you want to have recourse to have it put right. So this bill carries out those functions. Of course, this bill and also the Building Amendment Act of 2012 are the result of quite a comprehensive review of the Building Act of 2004, which was carried out in the first term of this government, 2009 and 2010. What that review found was that there was too much of a reliance on building consent authorities, a reliance on your local authority. So responsibility was not so much on the builder, but on the local council. And so that was identified as a result of that review. So these changes will enforce in law, once it's been through the select committee and we've heard submissions on it, what is already best practice in the industry. Mr Speaker, this is a good bill. I look forward to its consideration in the select committee and I commend the bill to the House.
Andrew Williams.